everyone. My name is Garfinkel, and I'm talking to you again from my office in Maitland, Florida, right next to Orlando, Florida. And it's where I've been from in this office, actually. I've been practicing law for over 25 years from this very office. And the reason why I'm filming today is to talk to you again about the hurricane and what to do before the hurricane, during the hurricane, and a little bit after the hurricane. I've grown up in Florida my entire life, and I've gone through so many hurricanes, and I've made it kind of my life's work to help folks through the hurricane process. So in Miami, Florida in the 1960s and 1970s and 1980s, and then I moved to Orlando in the mid-1980s, and early 2000s, we were in Orlando smacked with three horrible hurricanes. 2004 when Katrina hit, and then it hit in Central Florida, and then 2005 we were hit by Charlie, Jean, and Francis. And then in 2005, October 28th, 2005, South Florida was crushed by Hurricane Wilma. And so right now what we have going on right now as the winds and the trees are falling right outside my window is another major storm that's about to hit us, and that's Hurricane Matthew. So I wanted to talk to my clients and my friends and colleagues and those that are just watching some of the things that are most important in terms of dealing with the aftermath of a hurricane. How do you clean up? What do you do? What are the first things that you deal with? And the first things that you're doing, hopefully you've already vetted some really good vendors to deal with. Roofers, re-roofers, contractors, people that do water remediation services, whether or not your management company has vetted some, whether or not your law firm has vetted some. It's really, really crucial that you know the people that you're dealing with, because this is exactly the time where people get taken advantage of and bad. So what happens is that folks come in every time a hurricane hits Florida, or frankly anywhere in the country. Folks come in, these storm chasers from all over the country, and sometimes they come in pretty yellow trucks, sometimes they come in Humvees, sometimes they come in with charming smiles, but many of them are not Florida licensed contractors. Many of them don't have Florida insurance. Many of them are not bonded, and you have to be very, very, very careful about the vendors. So you're in a situation, you're a president of a condominium association, and you have leaks coming in everywhere. The leaks in the water is damaging the carpet, it's damaging the sofas, it's damaging the paintings, it's damaging the community association property, and you need to tighten up the envelope. So what do? Maybe you're looking in the phone book, maybe you're looking online. You got to be very, very careful, but the first thing that you have to do is try to seal the envelope. You want to make sure that you get call up a company with a blue tarping company, or you want to make sure you're getting your water repair people in. But please make sure that number one is when you sign a contract for these people, please have the contract reviewed, or at the very least, handwrite on the contract what you think the expectation is. Okay. So if you're given just this contract and they say it's a standard contract, frankly, that's BS. There is no such thing as a standard contract. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that the contract does and sets forth limitations. And in the next video, I'm going to give you some specific ideas and specific thoughts to think about is when you enter into a contract, some of the do's and don'ts of entering into a contract with a vendor post-hurricane cleanup. Thank you.